You know that feeling. You're speaking English, you know the words, the grammar feels okay, but something's just off for native speakers. Or maybe you're trying to follow fast English and you hear the words, but the meaning doesn't quite land.
Yeah, that's super common. And often the missing piece isn't vocabulary, it's the music.
The music of English.
Exactly. It's not just sounds strung together. English has this whole underlying rhythm, melody, a beat, really. And tapping into that's often the key to sounding, natural.
And being understood properly, I guess. And maybe even understanding others better.
Absolutely. It cuts both ways. Boosts your comprehension significantly, too.
Okay, so that's our focus for this deep dive. We're digging into a guide on English pronunciation, but specifically these musical bits.
Right.
Our mission for you listening is to get past just the sounds. We want to unlock word stress, sentence rhythm, and intonation.
Because just knowing a word isn't enough, is it? If you stress it wrong or use the wrong tune.
Yeah, it can completely change things. Or just make it hard work for the listener. This music carries a surprising amount of meaning, prevents those mix-ups.
It really does. It's about how these things work together to make your English effective, not just correct.
Right. So let's get ready to tune in, both our ears and our voices. By the end, you should have a much better feel for how to make your English really connect. First up, word stress. That sort of drum beat within words.
Okay.
So word stress, we focus a lot on individual sounds, P's and B's and vowels. But words with more than one syllable, they have this other layer, don't they?
They absolutely do, and it's crucial. Basically, in any English word with multiple syllables, one syllable gets more juice.
More juice.
Yeah, it's pronounced more strongly. It's usually a bit longer, a touch louder, maybe even slightly higher in pitch.
Okay, like a drum beat where one hit is just louder.
Exactly like that. Think of a simple word like teacher.
Right.
You naturally hit teach harder. You don't say teach ear.
No, that sounds weird. Okay, so it feels natural sometimes, but I've heard getting it wrong can really mess things up. Is it like that big a deal?
Oh, it's huge. Honestly, misplacing word stress is probably one of the biggest reasons native speakers get confused when listening to non-native speakers, even if every single sound is technically perfect.
Wow, really? More than getting a vowel slightly wrong?
Often, yes. Because stress is tied so closely to word identity and meaning. Think about words spelled the same but with different stress. Like present the noun, a gift.
Versus present the verb, to give something.
Exactly. Same letters, totally different words signaled just by that stress shift. Or record versus record.
A noun versus the verb again. Okay, I see. It's not just about sounding good, it's about being clear.
Precisely. Semantic clarity.
So, English is famously tricky with rules. Are there any reliable patterns for this? Sort of shortcuts we can look out for?
Well, yeah, despite the exceptions, there are some really helpful patterns. That noun-verb distinction in two-syllable words is a classic one. Noun often stresses the first, verb often stresses the second.
Like present. Present. Got it. What else?
Okay, think about words ending in iteration or enation, like information or decision. The stress nearly always falls on the syllable right before that ending. So information, decision, communication.
Ah, okay. That's useful.
Definitely. And another one, words ending in adoc, like academic, economic.
Let me guess. Stress before the I? Academic, economic.
You got it. Scientific, same pattern.
Okay, this is good. Any more common ones?
One more for longer words. Those ending in inasiety, like university. Right. The stress tends to land on the third syllable from the end.
Third from the end. University.
Okay.
Okay. ETI-VDD. Response CBI leading.
Perfect. See, these rules of thumb, once you know them, they really help you make educated guesses.
Right. Okay. Let's try putting this into practice. I want you listening at home to try this. I'll say a word. You say it out loud. Really lean into the syllable you think gets the stress. Then we'll confirm. Ready? First word. Computer.
Pause. Where did you put it? It's computer. Second syllable. Feel that little push.
Okay, next one. Important.
Pause. Again, second syllable. Important. That's where the energy goes.
How about this one? Development.
Pause. Still the second. Development. Notice how D and Oppman are sort of lighter.
Yeah. Okay, try this one. Challenge. This one catches people sometimes.
Pause. Did you get it? It's the first syllable. Challenge. Not challenge.
Good one. Okay, last one, a bit longer. Celebration.
Pause. That follows the deliberation rule. Third syllable. Celebration. Feel that A sound lengthen a bit. Celebration, charity.
Nice. Okay, so that's the beat within single words. But words don't exist in isolation, do they? They flow together in sentences.
Exactly. And that's where sentence rhythm comes in, the whole orchestra, not just the drum.
So, if word stress is the individual beat, sentence rhythm is how these beats link up in a phrase. You mentioned English is a stress-timed language. What does that actually mean in practice?
Right, that's a really key concept. Unlike syllable-timed languages, think Spanish or French, maybe where each syllable gets roughly equal time.
Like a machine gun. Da, 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 da.
Kind of, yeah. English is different. The time between the stressed syllables tends to be roughly equal. And the unstressed syllables, they get squeezed or stretched to fit that rhythm.
So some syllables get rushed over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Squeezed together. It's like, imagine bouncing a ball. The bounces hit the ground at regular intervals. Those are your stressed syllables. But the time the ball spends in the air between bounces can vary. Those are the unstressed syllables getting compressed.
Ah, okay. That explains why listening to fast, natural English can feel like some words just disappear.
Precisely. They're not disappearing, they're just being reduced to fit the rhythm. Understanding this is vital, not just for sounding natural, but for actually comprehending native speakers who do this constantly.
So how do we know which words to stress and which to squeeze?
It generally comes down to content words versus function words.
Okay, content words, those are the important ones, right? The ones with the main meaning. Nouns, main verbs, adjectives, adverbs.
Correct. They carry the core message. Think of a sentence like, she went to the store to buy some milk.
Okay.
The key information is in went, store, buy, milk. Those are your content words, and they typically get the stress. They form the main beats of the sentence rhythm.
Da-doom, da-da-da-boom, da-doom, da-doom, something like that.
Pretty much, yeah. And the days in between, those are your function words.
The little grammatical words. Prepositions, articles, conjunctions, pronouns, auxiliary verbs. The glue.
Exactly, the glue. And these are usually unstressed, not only unstressed, but often reduced to their weak forms.
Ah, so to becomes t.
Right. Or and becomes n. For becomes fer. Some becomes im.
So that sentence again. She went to the store to buy some milk.
You got it. See how to, the, and some get really quick and light. That reduction isn't sloppy speech. It is the natural rhythm of English. Native speakers rely on hearing those reductions.
Okay, so the trick is to hit the content words clearly and kind of glide over the function words.
That's the essence of it. Stress the meaning, de-stress the grammar.
Let's try that. We'll say some sentences, focusing on hitting those content words and letting the function words be quick. Listen, then you try repeating, mimicking the rhythm. Don't just say the words, feel that pulse.
Ready? First one. I love to read books.
Moss, I love to read books.
Next, they went to the park yesterday.
They went to the park yesterday.
How about? She wants to learn English fast.
She wants to learn English fast.
He drives a big red car.
Applause. He drives a big red car. Note, A is function, but big and red are content adjectives.
Last one. We need to finish this project soon.
We need to finish this project soon.
How did that go? It might feel a bit strange at first, maybe exaggerated.
Yeah, but that's how you retrain your muscles, isn't it? Practicing that contrast.
Exactly. Keep listening for it. Keep practicing it. And that natural stress-timed flow will start to feel more, well, natural.
Okay, so we've got the beat within words and the rhythm linking them. What's the final piece of the musical puzzle?
That would be intonation, the melody, the rise and fall of your voice. This is where things get really expressive.
Ah, the melody. It's amazing how changing the tune can change everything, even with the same words.
Isn't it? It's how we signal questions versus statements, surprise, sarcasm, doubt, all those subtle layers of meaning.
Yeah, I definitely made the mistake early on of using rising intonation too much, thinking it sounded polite.
Huh. And it probably sounded like you were questioning everything.
Exactly. Like, I live here.
Yeah.
It's a minefield, but so powerful when you get it right.
It really is. And mastering it isn't just about sounding better. It's crucial for understanding the nuances in conversation. You pick up on emotional cues, social signals.
So like hearing the difference between someone saying, oh, like they understand, versus, oh, like they're surprised or maybe don't believe you.
Precisely. The melody carries so much information beyond the literal words. It makes you wonder how much we miss if we're only listening to the words themselves.
Good point. So what are the main melodies, the main patterns we need to tune into?
Well, there are 3 core ones we can focus on. First is falling intonation. Your voice goes down at the end.
Okay, like for normal statement.
Yep. Simple statements. I am learning English. Also for WH questions, the ones starting with what, where, why, etc. Where are you from? And usually for commands, close the door. There's a sense of finality.
Right, completion. Okay, what's next?
Rising intonation. Voice goes up at the end.
Ah, the classic question sound.
Exactly, especially for yes-no questions. Are you happy? But also for lists, you tend to go up on each item until the last one. I bought apples, bananas, and oranges. See how it falls on the last one.
Yeah, it signals the list is ending.
Right. And a rising intonation can also show uncertainty or make things sound a bit more polite, like your example. You like it?
Okay. Falling for statements of UH questions. Rising for yes-no questions, list uncertainty. What's the third one?
This one's a bit more complex. Fall-rise intonation. Your voice goes down, then back up, often within one key word or at the end.
Down then up. What does that signal?
It often signals something like hesitation or partial agreement, maybe implying there's a but coming. It was good, but expensive.
Ah, okay. Like, I agree, to a point.
Exactly. Or unfinished thoughts. I think I can do it. Leaving something unsaid. It adds a layer of nuance, suggesting more than the words alone convey.
That's really subtle but powerful. Okay, let's try hearing and maybe mimicking these melodies.
Sounds good. We'll say some sentences. Listen really closely to the pitch change, especially at the end. Then you repeat. Try to match that tune and the feeling it conveys. Ready?
It's a beautiful day.
Falling statement.
Is it raining? Rising yes-no question. I'm not sure. Fall rise hesitation.
Pause.
What's your name? Falling WH question. You did what? Rising surprise disbelief, strong rise.
Pause.
I like apples, oranges, and bananas. Rise, rise, fall list.
Pause.
It was a good movie, but the ending was strange. Fall rise for nuance, then falling statement. Great job trying those out. Intonation, yeah, it's maybe the trickiest part, but gosh, the difference it makes is huge.
It really is. And once you start tuning into it, your ability to express yourself clearly and understand others subtly just skyrockets.
So that wraps up our main exploration today. We've looked at the music of English on 3 levels.
Yeah, first the words stress that emphasize syllable, the drum beat.
Then sentence rhythm, stressing the key content words, squashing the function words, creating that characteristic flow. And finally, intonation, the melody, the rise and fall that adds emotion and grammatical meaning.
And remember, these aren't just fancy extras for sounding native. They're core components of clear communication in English.
Absolutely. Without them, even if your sounds are okay, the message can get lost or misinterpreted.
So the big question is, how do you keep improving this? Well, first, active listening is key. Really pay attention to how native speakers use stress, rhythm, intonation. Don't just hear words, hear the music.
And then try shadowing, right? Just imitating what you hear. It feels weird at first.
Oh, totally weird. But it's such a good workout for your mouth, your breath, your ear.
Good tip. What else?
Record yourself speaking.
Ugh, the dreaded self-recording.
I know, nobody likes hearing their own voice. But it's honestly one of the best ways to hear what you actually sound like compared to what you think you sound like. You can spot patterns you didn't know you had.
True. Painful but effective.
Yeah.
And finally,
just practice and experiment. Play with it. Pronunciation is a physical skill, like playing an instrument. It takes consistent, deliberate practice to get better. Don't be afraid to sound a bit exaggerated sometimes while you're learning.
makes sense. We really hope this deep dive gave you some useful tools, maybe a new way to think about pronunciation. Not just sounds, but music.
Definitely. And, thinking about this music, word stress, rhythm, intonation, it's kind of the foundation, but it also sets you up for the next level.
What do you mean?
Well, in real fast connected speech, things get even more fluid, don't they? Words don't just get reduced in rhythm, they start to blend together. Sounds change at the boundaries.
Like connected speech. Things like want to becoming wanna, or did you becoming didya.
Exactly, all those linkages and reductions. And understanding the basic music, the stress, rhythm, and intonation actually helps you anticipate where and how those connections are likely to happen.
So mastering this musical layer is almost like step one for understanding truly fast, natural, blended speech.
I think so, yeah. It trains your ear for the flow, for the peaks and valleys, which then makes it easier to decipher those streams of sound where words might seem to kind of melt together.
That's a great thought to leave people with. How does mastering this melody prepare you for the way sounds truly transform and link up in the real world? Fascinating stuff.
It's a whole journey.
It definitely is. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in to this deep dive on the music of English.